Dear friends, in class 9 we are studying 8th chapter quadrilaterals, and in that next topic was another conditions for quadrilateral to be parallelogram. In this we are having a sixth example. ABCD is a parallelogram. So we are given quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram in which P and Q are midpoints of AB and CD. So P is midpoint of AB and Q is midpoint of CD. If AQ intersects DP, this is AQ intersects DP at point S. If AQ intersects DP at S and BQ intersects CP at R. BQ intersects CP at R point. Show that. We have to show that APCQ is a parallelogram. This is APCQ is a parallelogram. Next we have to show that DPBQ is a parallelogram. Then third we have to prove that PSQR is also a parallelogram. This we need to prove. So three proofs are there. We will try to write the answer for this. So solution. First let us start with the given things. We are given that quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. First thing we are given that quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram. Then next we are given P and Q are midpoints of opposite sides, that is AB and CD. So we are given P is midpoint of AB, Q is midpoint of CD. We are also given that AQ intersects DP at S. AQ intersects DP at S, and we are given that BQ intersects CP at R. So this is what is given to us, intersects. Now first thing we need to prove that APCQ. So first we have to prove to show first quadrilateral APCQ is parallelogram. Now see, we have proved this as a parallelogram. We are given that ABCD is a parallelogram, means this total quadrilateral is a parallelogram. It means its opposite sides are parallel also and equal also. We have studied the properties of parallelogram. Now we have got AB parallel to CD. AB parallel to CD. Why? Because they are opposite sides of parallelogram. By definition, they must be parallel. Opposite sides of parallelogram. These two sides are parallel. If AB is parallel to CD, it means AP must be parallel to CQ. AP must be parallel to QC. Reason is ABP, that is P is between A and B and Q is between D and C. So P is between A and B and Q is between D and C. So AP must be parallel to QC. Now AP is parallel to QC. Next thing, AB is equal to DC. AB is equal to DC. Reason is again opposite sides of parallelogram. We have proved earlier that opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. Opposite sides of parallelogram, they must be equal. So half of AB must be equal to half of DC or CD. Watch carefully. I have divided both sides by half. Now see, half AB is nothing but AP, because P is given as midpoint. So we will get AP is equal to half CD. Half CD is CQ. Watch carefully. Q is the midpoint. So I can say that AP is equal to CQ or QC. I will write QC because I have written upside QC. Now watch carefully. One pair is parallel and equal also. Now just we have proved before this in theorem number 8 that if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, if one of the pair of opposite sides is equal as well as parallel. So if one side is equal as well as parallel, then one pair of opposite side is equal and parallel, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. We have just proved a theorem number 8 before this. So it means as one pair is parallel as well as equal, quadrilateral APCQ, quadrilateral APCQ is parallelogram. Now next we have to prove that second number to show second quadrilateral DPBQ is parallelogram. For this parallelogram, be careful about the spelling. DPBQ. Now we are already given AB parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. So I can say this is opposite sides of parallelogram. We have already written. It means PB is parallel to DQ. Reason is again P is between A and B, and Q is between D and C. So I can write this. Now we already know that AB equal to DC. AB equals to DC. They are opposite sides of parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram. You complete this spelling. So I will get half AB equals to half DC. Now half AB, this time I am writing instead of half AB I am writing PB because P is midpoint. So I can say PB is equal to DC. This time instead of writing QC I am writing DQ. See, one pair is parallel as well as equal, and hence this quadrilateral must be parallelogram. Therefore, I can say quadrilateral DPBQ is parallelogram. Now third we have to show, this was second, to show quadrilateral PSQR is parallelogram. This is what we have to show. Now see, we have to show PSQR. This quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Watch carefully. We have already proved from result 1 APQC is a parallelogram. So if APQC is a parallelogram, it means AQ is parallel to PC. So from result 1, I will write from here 1. From equation 1, since APCQ is a parallelogram, this is parallel to this. AQ is parallel to PC. AQ is parallel to PC. Watch carefully. If AQ is parallel to PC, it means SQ must be parallel to PR. Therefore, SQ must be parallel to PR. Reason is S is between A and Q. Please note, between doesn't mean that it is a midpoint. It is between means it can be anywhere between A and Q. Now, R is between P and C. So, PR must be parallel. It means and PRC, that is R is between P and C. So, since R is between P and C, it means SQ is parallel to PR. Now, from result 2, from equation 2, I will name this second result. DPBQ is a parallelogram. DPBQ is a parallelogram. It means P PD is parallel to BQ. PD is parallel to BQ. Reason is from result we have written from equation 2. From equation 2 is DPBQ is a parallelogram, so it means its opposite sides are parallel. So I have got PD parallel to BQ. Yes, so I can say that PS is parallel to QR. So PS is parallel to QR. Reason is again S is between P and D. S is between P and D, and R is between B and Q. R is between P and Q. It is written like this and read the way I am reading. R is between B and Q. So this is parallel. Now watch carefully. I am giving this equation number 3. That is this equation number 3 and this equation number 4. SQ is parallel. SQ is parallel to PR and PS is parallel to SQ is parallel to PR and SP is parallel to QR. Opposite sides are parallel, so PS QR is a parallelogram. So from result 3 and 4, from equation 3 and 4, quadrilateral PSQR is parallelogram.